So it's officially NFL offseason, and the NFL Combine and free agency are right around the corner. Teams are doing self-assessments to see where and what position they need to get better at in order to make that run at Super Bowl 54 in Miami next year. So in this video, we're going to talk about everything the Panthers need to do this offseason to give themselves a chance to make a big run next year. We're starting right now. What up, dude? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Blunt and Sports Talk. This is the channel where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear, and I give recap and analysis of the NFL, in particular the NFC South. So if you want to see more videos about the Panthers, the Bucks, the Saints, or the Falcons, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button below. Give the video a thumbs up too. So I know a lot of Panthers fans started thinking about next season about midway through last season. So I want you to guys let me know down below in the comments where you think we need to get better at. What should be the top things we need to focus on this offseason in order to make a championship run next year. So the first and biggest priority for the Carolina Panthers this offseason is to shore up the trenches and trim the fat on both sides of the ball. We know that Ryan Khalil, the longtime center for the Panthers, has retired this year, so we also need to find a replacement. I know Tyler Lawson has been pretty solid ever since Khalil's been out with that neck injury the past few seasons, so he has some experience, but I would still like to draft somebody young in the draft, or maybe a cheap free agent veteran that can mesh well and make line calls. Of course, we have Darrell Williams, who was out for most of the season with that knee injury that he suffered in training camp. He was a second-team All-Pro before he got injured in the season before, and I think the Panthers must sign him back. He's one of the better and best right tackles in the league. Yes, Taylor Moton played well, but I think Taylor Moton may have a chance to swing to the left tackle position and get some experience there. If not, we could play him at guard too also. Now, Darrell Williams won't be cheap, but I think investing money up front to protect Cam should be the high priority. Ron Rivera has already stated that in numerous press conferences this offseason, so I think Darrell Williams picking up his option will be the best way to go. When I say trim the fat, I'm talking about Matt Khalil in particular. I know you guys love to hate this guy. He's one of the most overpaid players in the league. He signed that big 5-year, $55 million contract. That was a going-away present from Dave Gettleman before he gave us the middle finger, and we fired him last year, and it's been biting us in the butt now. Matt Khalil got hurt in training camp also, but didn't play it down. The Panthers did save $750,000 by him not playing at all, but he still due $11 million. That's the fourth highest paid player on the Panthers for one of the worst players on the roster. My solution is to go to him and tell him to restructure his deal. From what I've seen, if we ask him to restructure, he can save about $2.5 million. Maybe having a year off, he's gotten more healthy because I know he had the hip injury, and maybe he can get back to somewhat close to what he's been. I think we have to at least give him a chance. If not, I like Moton in that position to play the left tackle. But like I said, we have to keep Darrell Williams. I know we let Andrew Norwell go before, who was also All-Pro, and I don't think it's a smart business decision to let two All-Pro players walk in the offseason and back-to-back seasons, especially when offensive line needs so much help. The next thing to do is on the defensive side of the ball, they can either cut Dontari Poe and save about $6 million and let Vernon Butler walk. Dontari Poe, we thought when we let go of Star Lutalo, we thought we were going to upgrade and get him for cheaper. He didn't really produce. I know he has a position that doesn't get a ton of stats, but usually you will see a little bit more impact from a guy in the middle like that, and we expected, and he didn't have a great year, and he didn't even free up space for KK Short. KK Short also had a down year also, so we can get somebody cheaper to just clog up holes. So I say cut them and let go of Vernon Butler, who hasn't panned out. He never really developed as a first-round pick by Dave Gettleman, and it is what it is. This is the top priority because we got to protect Cam, and last year we had an old pass rush, so we got to be able to rush the passer, so we need to get some draft picks, and there's a lot of good edge rushers in free agency. I like maybe Dante Fowler for a guy that we may pick up that's somewhere in our price range, that's fast and athletic and still pretty young. The second offseason priority is to finish shoring up the secondary. I know ever since 2015 when we let Josh Norman walk, the secondary has been Swiss cheese. They've been a liability, and it's really starting to get annoying, and after a while, it just becomes something that you have to address. Yes, we have Dante Jackson we picked up. He's been a great. James Bradbury has developed, and he has his up and downs, but he still has developed pretty well. We just signed Eric Reed to a big-time contract, who's a guy who's a Pro Bowler and can play at an all-pro level. And we just need to figure out who's going to be at free safety. I know we have Rashawn Golden there, and he's a young guy, but I'm not sure if he's ready yet. Mike Adams is going to be a free agency, and he's pretty old, so I don't see us bringing him back, but we can look for the free agency to look for Tyrann Mathieu to reunite him and Eric Reed, who played at LSU together in college, or maybe someone like Ha Clinton Dix or Earl Thomas that maybe we can't afford. The third offseason priority is find a big threat on the outside at wide receiver. Devin Funchess is going to be his last year in his contract, and he's probably going to be a free agency. And I've seen the average and what they think that his market value is, and it's about $8 million. I think that's way too high for a guy who has inconsistent hands. He does have the size, but I just think it may be a little bit too pricey for us. Yes, we drafted DJ Moore. He's solid. Of course, Curtis Samuel has been doing his thing. I know that we have a ton of weapons, but they're all built similar to the same. They're all 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. They're all fast. They can run the ball. They can catch the ball. But we need somebody that can change the pace and they can go get the ball on the outside for the red zone with some decent size. Maybe a 6'2", 6'3" wide receiver, whether it's through free agency or through the draft. I just think we need to add somebody that's a little bit different, a little bit different pace from the guys that we have. And a bonus offseason priority is to address the outside linebacker position. I know with the retirement of TD, we got to find somebody there. Jermaine Carter is on the roster. He has been playing well. And, of course, Shaq, he is in his last year of that contract also. So I think we should bring Shaq back. Yes, he hasn't developed how we thought he was going to be as far as a versatility standpoint. I think they want to use him more like a tweener guy that could guard some tight ends and guard some slot receivers. But he hasn't been that guy. But he still has been solid, so I think we bring him back. However, they didn't figure out to find a replacement of a hard-hitting speed guy like Thomas Davis to replace that guy that we lost and loved in Carolina. But hey, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think we should address and what positions you think are the top priorities and the top needs of the team going into next year, and where do you think we should address it in draft or free agency. But let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, I'm Aaron Duckett signing off with the Necessary Blunt in Sports Talk. I'll see you next time. Peace.